Your primary focus is environmental and natural resource economics with strong links to development and sustainability. How did this interest evolve over time?
Okay, so again, I started my PhD, and then I got introduced to my professor, Dr. Alok Bohra, and he was doing, this amazing research in Nepal. He was primarily a macroeconomist, and he had done a lot of work in macroeconomics. But later, the second half of his academic journey, since he's from Nepal, he's also started thinking about issues in Nepal. So he was doing, all these amazing surveys in Nepal, collecting data from Nepal on environmental issues. So he was doing work in Kathmandu already, or in Sindhupalchok, or the Lumbini area. So he asked me whether I'd be interested in doing something similar, and then he gave me some time to think about it. And so I started my PhD in 2016, and then every summer, so in the United States, we study we have the 2 semesters. So each semesters are like 4 months long, and then there's this winter break of 1 month during Christmas time, and then during summertime we have this 3 month off. So every year during summer I used to come to Nepal. So I came to Nepal in 2017 summer, 18 summer, and so on. So every time I'd come to Nepal, the air pollution so I could visibly see the air pollution in Kathmandu, and there are also reports coming out from World Bank and other places saying that the air quality in Kathmandu or just the South Asian region is massive. There's a big problem. There's a lot of the health impact. There's a lot of economic cost involved. So I was always curious about the air pollution problem, and I started doing some my initial research on and whether there've been economic studies published on this. So what I found was that there have been scientific studies conducted in Nepal, looking at, okay, what is the level of air pollution, or when is the air pollution level very high, summer versus winter, or whether there's fluctuation during daytime. So all the scientific studies, and then I had a chance to again work at ICIMOR, and ICIMOR was doing an amazing job looking at all these things scientifically. For the From the social side, I saw there was this big gap in the literature. So there were some studies, but then those studies are mostly looking at what is the impact of indoor air pollution, whether you're using open stoves in your house or not, whether you're doing cleaner stoves, and what is the impact of using cleaner stoves versus traditional stoves, the smoke, how does that impact on health. So there were some studies looking at the effect of indoor air pollution, and also the impact of whether switching to cleaner fuels at the household level, whether that was making an impact. So there was a couple of studies, but I just found this really big gap in the literature, which was trying to understand what is the impact on health, right? And then also not just the health, but who are more impacted. What are some mechanisms that gives to these differences in the health impacts, or how much value people value clean air. Okay, so whether people see air pollution as a big problem, whether or how much they value clean air, what is the so what is so understanding things from a social point of view. So there was this big gap in the literature. So I came back after one summer, and then I pitched this idea to my advisor, saying that I see there's this big gap here, and I think there's this avenue for us to contribute. And then, so we got into this project, and then again we realized, okay, what kind of data is needed, and then so we saw that, okay, because since we didn't see data that would help answer our research question. So we decided to do our own survey to collect data from the field, and then we first applied for a grant, and then the grant was $7,000. So we got the grant, and then we got another two or three thousand from dollars from other places. So with that $10,000 budget, I came to Kathmandu in summer of 2019, and then we went to Bhairava, and then where we collected our data. And then we linked that data to air pollution information, and then we were able to analyze all these issues.